What's up, everyone? This is Jim from Ready Check Pull, and I'm here with Zach Zaxty. What up, man?
Hey, what's up?
You know, we usually do this every Friday, but this weekend we got some family thing going on, so we're not going to be able to record it on Friday, so we're doing it now, and hopefully this will be up by Saturday like it should be. And yeah, man, what's going on? What's going on this week?
Oh, you know, dude, wait, it's like 11 o'clock. I didn't realize how late it was. A little late night impromptu podcast action. Might be a little different being this late at night. One of us is a little tipsy already, I think.
We got to drink, okay? We got to drink, dude. Calm it down.
Yeah. Gotta de-stress, dude. It's been a crazy week. We just
You're
had
telling
some.
me.
We did some. Remember when we did raid testing earlier today? That was kind of cool. Got the last two heroic. We got to see the last boss, dude. The last boss.
Okay. We got to see two bosses. One boss that was like kind of hectic. It was like you got a lot going on, a lot of movement, and then we had the last boss, which I already told Zax is probably my favorite fight in the dungeon, full of fights that I liked. Right? So this last boss is gonna be fucking sick, dude. Fucking sick.
Yeah, I agree. It's like, yeah, well, because we had, I don't know, the Zoth was kind of a weird last boss, right? Not maybe some people liked it, but it was definitely unusual, a little Gahoon like, where it's like you're not actually fighting the boss, you're fighting tentacles. It's like, it's not really doing it for me.
Yeah, that's a big.
This is more like this is more like a Argus, you know, or like a Jaina, where it's like, oh, the boss is just standing right there. Let's get it. We're gonna attack him. We're gonna attack them and go to town. Hell yeah.
There's a few super important abilities, right? It's not all these little abilities that just trickle you down and it's annoying, and if you get stuck, whatever. I hate that shit. I like if he swings a scythe, you don't miss it, you're dead. I like that Argus style shit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, there are 3 mechanics, and if you fuck it up, you die.
Yeah, I love that. And so I'm super excited for that. What else happened this week? Like what other big news came out?
Dude, there's all kinds of stuff, bro.
Yo, Shadow Priest, hello?
You know, that's a weird one for me, dude. Yeah, massive Shadow Priest changes, if you haven't heard already. Like big massive.
Yeah.
Not shadow orbs. They're not getting shadow orbs back. It's not that big. We're not going back that far.
Back in
but
time.
They did get Devouring Plague, which is like a real throwback. So, you know, you got one of the 2 throwback options, which is kind of cool.
And it only does like 30% of your single target damage, you know?
Yeah, it's a lot, dude. It doesn't mess around.
It's really good.
But
I do wish it's that, though. I do wish it was like Unstable Affliction used to be, you know?
That would be kind of cool. Because, yeah, it's when you put one up and you can cast another one right then, you're like,
Yeah, you kind of just want to press it, and then maybe it would like extend the duration or add another stack, but it just overwrites it, and it kind of feels like just a waste of resources.
Yeah, it's like a similar thing happens with Boomkin with Starfall. You want to press another one, but it's like, okay, well, I guess I'll just wait till the first one's over, even though I can, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, big Shadow Priest changes. Everybody
what weirds you out?
Has been wanting them. Well, I don't know. I'm a little torn on the whole thing because I wanted them to change it. The fact that they
changed it? Or okay.
Yeah. I wanted them to change it. I'm glad they changed it, and I don't care. They could have done anything. You know what I mean? Like, I would have been fine with whatever they did. It's just what they had was not going to work. They could not handle that. It was just too complicated for Blizzard. They were never going to be able to get that right. So now this is a way more traditional kind of spec, which they can handle more likely. So that's cool. It's like, oh, hey, there we go. All right, now, but what you have right now, it's a cool idea. It's got some cool talents. It's got a cool idea. Devouring Plague is nice. It's like the damage is a little more bursty, blah, blah, blah. But to me, it's straight up clunky town, dude. It is the clunkiest clunker.
No.
Dude, it is
no way.
So clunky. But it's just, and it's not like
all right, can you specify what you mean by clunky? Because I was playing it for a couple hours straight on the dummies, and I'm like, I felt like the rotation was really smooth. No talents, nothing, like just baseline. Really smooth. And that's why I'm a little confused as to your take on it.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I got to play with it more, of course. Like, I got to do dungeons with it. I got to do all kinds of stuff, mess with all the talents and stuff. But, I'm just messing around with the talents, trying out single target stuff. Yeah. But it's like, the idea is cool. What they got going on, there's like cool talent, like brand new talents that just came out of nowhere that do cool stuff. And like, you can clear, like, what kind of fight you're going to use it on. You're like, oh shit, like, oh, big thunder outside, dude.
Hell yeah, brother.
Oh my God, my house is shaking.
You literally might die in this podcast. Everyone say a prayer for fucking Zach Zachi's last snacky, because he's dead.
Oh God.
He's fucking dead.
Yeah, so Shadow Priest, I think it has like some really cool potential now. Like, it's in Raid and Mythic Plus, like it's less dependent on ramping up and stuff like that, I think. So I think it's going to be in a better spot, but it all comes down to like tuning and stuff like that. It's just like it's just a different flavor of Affliction.
But
think of it that way.
What I'm liking right now is, at least in AoE, back in the day, AoE was like not as fun as I feel this can be, because you have, like, you're basically putting up vampiric touches, and if you're going Psychic Link with Searing Nightmare, that's it, dude. After you put up your vamp touches, and then you got all your Shadow Word Pains up because of Searing Nightmare, and then you can fucking just spam Mind Blast, and that's given. I don't know. I like that portion of the build. I know you were saying that you tested it out and the tuning was a little weird, making Searing Nightmare better to press than Psychic Link, which I don't know if that's true.
The tuning is off a little bit, and it's like day one, right, of the changes. So like, it's only you can already tell that like they're only gonna have to change like a couple things, and then like everything's gonna make sense. Like the thing with the new talent. You can only press it while you're channeling Mind Seer. It's like, I get it, but no, that's not how you do that. So like that's like the most clunky thing in the world. Even though that talent is awesome. So it's like, the idea that they have going on is great, and I'm just looking for the finishing touches. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the only thing I dislike about it right now is Searing Nightmare. I think it's awesome. I do agree that, having to press it while you're Mind Searing is done. You should have to press it, like you said earlier. You should be able to press it while Mind Searing, and I think even Mind Blast used to be able to do the same shit. Not only when you get the talent, Fortify. I don't even know what it is. It's probably a passive. But yeah, you should be able to press them while you're casting Mind Seer. But having to cast it while you're casting Mind Seer means you just you can't do any of your AoE on the move, as you were mentioning the other day.
That's weird. Yeah, you can't do anything on the move. It's like super duper immobile. But I'm planning on making one of my little spec review things for Shadow Priest. I'll probably try to do that one next if I can figure it out enough. Wrap my mind around the whole situation. So that'll be out soon to try to when people are interested in it. But
what I was going to say about it too is that what? We've been getting more fucking requests on Shadow Priest than any other class, period.
No, I don't know. Some people, I mean, I get it. They're like, oh, dot class? I'm out.
Oh, I like a dot class, dude. But I don't like in AoE, the only thing you have to press if you don't have Searing Nightmare is Mind Seer. And then you have nothing to really spend Devouring Plague on. You do, because you can spread them around and you can have like 3 up at a time and shit like that, which is all right. But it's like pretty fucking lackluster in AoE without Searing Nightmare, right?
Yeah, if you don't have that
or
talent,
Psychic Link baseline. Yeah, it's bad if you don't have that talent. But I like that they have the option. That's pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah.
I know that a lot of people were pretty excited that Damnation is back. And so that's a pretty dope thing. It puts Vampiric Touch, Shadow Word Pain, and what's the other one? Devouring Plague on the target instantly, which is pretty dope. And then that has some cool interactions with a new talent, Unfurling Darkness, which every time you cast Vampiric Touch, your next one is free on a 15-second cooldown, right? So that's another way to get a little bit of mobility, but I haven't tried Surrender to Madness, so I don't know anything about how to fucking make that shit work. So I don't even know if that's better or worse, whatever. I know people really liked the Xavius surrender. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah,
and I'm hoping that they bring that back, but I don't think they ever will, because this is the changes that we're stuck with. That's Shadow Priest. What do you think about the fact that like they're real similar to Aflock right now?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
especially with the Psychic Link talent.
Yeah, sort of. It's like it's still different enough so that it's like, it still feels like Shadow Priest. It doesn't feel exactly like Aflock. And this is like the what Aflock just got with Malefic Rapture is like a new thing. They didn't have that before. So now, it's kind of cool. And it's like, that is so good that it's like a good thing that Shadow Priest is like that. It's not like, oh, they're the same spec. It's like, no, you should be happy about that. That shit's awesome.
So Shadow Priest never had Psychic Link before?
I don't know, maybe way back. I don't know. Corligon was talking about them having it back in the day.
Oh shit. Yeah, I don't remember them having it. I thought that was new, and I thought it was coming off of Malefic Rapture. Like that kind of like design theory of put up a bunch of dots, do a bunch of damn. And I thought, I like that. I like that a lot.
I like it. Yeah, me too.
Like, imagine if a druid could a feral druid could rake a bunch of shit, rip some shit, and then you ferocious bite one target and it bites everything. That would be sick.
Right, yeah. That'd be dope.
I love that idea.
It's definitely cool. It's like, the single thing that's going to make Affliction like huge, this expansion. So it's definitely a cool idea.
And the last thing I wanted to talk about with Shadow Priest was they did keep a little bit of the old flavor. If you like that play style, if you wanted to keep that style with Legacy of the Void. So that's pretty sweet.
Oh yeah, they still got the draining sanity option if you want to.
Yep.
Maybe that'll like scale. Like at toward the end of the expansion, you'll just be able to be in void form for a long ass time.
And I mean, everyone knows that like you can't like with Affliction Lock you can't go wrong, because if they suck, you got two other specs. With Shadow Priest, they're either absolutely broken or terrible, right? So like maybe you get lucky, maybe they're absolutely broken because there's a lot of 2, 3, 4 target fights. But there's always that chance that they're terrible. So when people, like a lot of people in the chat ask, like, should you main a Shadow Priest? And just remember that you're not maining Shadow Priest, you're maining Priest. So if your damage sucks, you're healing. So
right. Yep. You might be going disc on Eminar, dude, just for bubbles, and that's it.
Exactly. Yep. Rip Corligon, dude. Holy.
Yep. So Shadow Priest it's got potential right now, but I'd say it's not quite there. And who knows? It's a lot of people ask
me that, really, like in the chat. They're asking like, what should they be maining? Is Affliction Lock or Shadow Priest? And it's fucking Warlock.
Not Shadow Priest.
Every time. Like I don't care how broken Shadow Priest is. Like it's Warlock every time, because they're gonna get the spec is gonna get nerfed that's broken, and then you have no other options. So
yeah, what you do is you say the answer is Warlock. And then when the expansion's like coming out, and then like if people are in the first weeks and whatever, if Shadow Priest is just like busted, then it's like, oh, okay, cool, I'll do that. But
yeah, I'll level one up quick, gear it up quick, and hopefully it's good for long enough. That makes it worth it.
They might just never figure it out,
Yeah.
So who knows? But Warlock is probably Warlock is probably the safest pick in the game.
Next to Mage, right? And then you got like
mage,
Rogue.
dude. You might only want one mage in there, but you're down to bring 4 warlocks, dude.
Yeah,
who cares?
True.
You
can only have one arcane, arcane intelligence, but you can have 32 gates. Okay.
Yep.
Fucking warlocks.
And they got 3 specs. One of them's about to be broken. Yeah, warlock's a good pick for sure.
Don't need monks anymore because you got warlocks.
No, you can have both. They stack, dude. They stack.
No way.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. So now Warlock has the only physical damage increase for a range class? The only class-specific buff for a range? That's insane. They're the only range spec that brings a buff like that. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's yep. I don't know what they're doing.
Well, it's because no one really picked Warlock, last expansion or their expansion
they
before
really need
that.
it. They need it bad.
They really, they needed it. So I'm glad that they got the love that they've been asking for.
Yeah. Warlock's
All right, fuck these dot range specs.
True. Well, I think maybe it was like way earlier on in the week, but on a totally different note, Gallywix just totally imploded. If you guys have heard of like the Gallywix boosting community, whatever, you probably have because they're freaking huge. They were like massive in Europe, and they migrated over here to be in NA also, but then like instantly ran into trouble with Blizzard and tried to work out a deal, and then just like the other day, Blizzard said, "Hey, Gallywix sucks. We're banning everyone," and then Gallywix just gets deleted, and everybody starts pointing fingers, and people are accusing everybody of doing real money transactions, and nobody wants to own up to it. But I don't know. It's really strange. It's a very weird situation where now everybody's trying to figure out like, wait, okay, so Blizzard is cool with having gold boosting in the game.
Yeah.
You can buy a plus 15, right? That makes sense. I got gold, I want a 15, I can buy it to carry it. I feel like most people aren't like too put off by that, and it's going to be hard to crack down on that anyway. But then if somebody's like, "Yo, I want a plus 15, I'll give you $20." And Blizzard's like, "Whoa! Hey, that's not fair. Put the $20 into buy it with us, give us the $20, we'll give you gold, and then you can give the gold to that guy." It's like, wait, how is that better? Just because you got the $20 it's better? How's that work?
Yeah, and Gallywix was like, from what I understood, they were like really professional about treating their sale runs and shit. Like if you had a problem with your sale runs, like the customer always got respected. Like if you had but again, I guess the problem comes with Blizzard didn't care when they were doing it for gold, right? When they had this big like gold market that was going back and forth, Blizzard didn't give a shit. But they needed that real money, and then it comes out that the dude is making like $30,000, $40,000 a month. It's like, what?
Well, yeah,
gold sales?
That's what people are thinking is like why they got caught, pretty much, is like it's not like one dude was secretly doing little transactions, just for himself, and like he got caught and the whole organization goes down. No. The fucking like leader of Gallywix, his job was to find real dollar buyers of gold. Like that was his thing, and everybody knew it. Everybody in the council or whatever of Gallywix knew his job was to go sell the gold that they make, and everybody gets a cut. And it's like that was like explicit. Like everybody knew that's what he did. I feel like Blizzard finally like found that out one way or another, and they're like, "Oh, the whole system is corrupt. Oh yeah, see ya. Yep, you guys are gone."
Yeah, I am not personally. I think Blizzard is doing the exact right thing that they need to be doing when it comes to real money transactions. I think that can start to become like an addiction type deal, and then it's not regulated, and now it's like, oh well, I want the best gear, I want the best stuff, so I'm just going to keep giving these people as much money as they ask for, because they're the most reputable, and then now people are fucking, they're not fucking paying their electric bill because they need fucking something in World of Warcraft. That'd be real dumb. So I get what why Blizzard had to stop that shit. But yeah, that's what happens though. That's the progression. Like when you're spending that much time on a community, it's kind of like you have all these guilds who spend as much time as they do raiding and shit like that. It's gonna people are gonna try to make money out of that, so that way they can support their habit, right? So. Right. Gallywix, it's, you know, they're playing as much as they're playing. They need to make some fucking money somehow off this shit, and they just chose a real shady and Blizzard didn't like type way, and
yep,
that's what it is. But it's a few billion gold is gone now, deleted.
Yeah,
billion golds.
Yeah, that's what the people were saying. Like they were actually on like Asmongold actually had like a few of the people on his stream like just trying to get the details, and a few of them were like, yeah, so all the accounts that got banned, there was like 4.5 to 5 billion gold on those accounts.
Fuck.
And now it's gone. It's just gone, and nobody will ever get it back. That's like, I don't know what percentage that is of gold in the game, but billion is a lot, and they had 5 of them. And that's like single-handedly gonna that's gonna do something to the WoW token. I don't know how that works.
What would happen if you had like let's do a little equivalence, and you had like $5 trillion that just like burnt? Like what happens to like the economy? It's just fucking like gone, disappears.
I have no idea. I should probably be able to figure that out with an economics degree, but hey, don't ask me.
Say that. Oh my god.
Yeah, well, sometimes I forget I have that degree, dude. So,
anyways, the economical views is what you're worried about now.
True.
No, yeah. So I wouldn't be upset if like that whole real money thing was going on, because you know, people got money, they want to spend it however the fuck they want to do it. It's fine, but I can understand why Blizzard did what they did. The gold situation is I'm cool with the gold situation being what it is, where you got gold, you buy runs and buy mounts, buy whatever the fuck you want in the game. Again, it's starting to hurt my experience, your experience, everyone else's, when you're queuing up for a group and you're looking for, a group to like run or whatever, and then it's all willing to sell, right. 15 key, AOTC, whatever the fuck it is, and it spams the trade chat, and then that ruins the game experience. So they have to find a solution for that. But I love the fact that gold is now, something that you can get with your own money, and it's also something that you can spend on things that are a little harder to do in the game.
Right. And as a whatchamacallit, in my guild, like in a top mythic rating guild, I don't have to worry about gold. I show up for farm, and we have a couple gold buyers in there, and I get my like weekly payout just for doing the raid that we were going to do anyway, so like I benefit
totally legal
from that. It's like I get gold for, I'm glad the system exists. But on the other hand, it's like, it is kind of whack to go, like you said, to go in the dungeon journal, and literally everything you see is want to sell. It's like, I don't know if that's right, especially since they said not to do that. And then you look in trade, and every single thing in trade is want to sell. And like everywhere you look, it's just people wanting to sell stuff. It's like, we were kind of thinking that either, like, because Blizzard could try to ratchet down on that stuff and make it harder to like advertise like boosts, because like it's annoying to see them,
which is kind of like a PR nightmare, right? Because then you have to ban people and shit.
Yeah, or they could go like, I don't know if they would ever do this, but they could go kind of the opposite way and actually like encourage it a little bit, or like facilitate it, like put in the dungeon finder, there's a section for looking for gold boosts, and that's where they have to put all their shit. So it's like, or like a trade chat channel, there's a boosting, I don't know, channel, they can call it whatever they want. And so it's like Blizzard recognizes that this is a massive part of the economy, and they're like, all right, we get it, here's where we don't want it out in the public because that's just annoying, just do it right here and it'll be fine. If we catch RMT, we'll ban it, but hey, that's on an individual basis. That'd be dope, like if it was just, if Blizzard was like, hey, we get it, here's your corner, you can have it.
Yes, I think that having like a merchants tab, so it's like trade chat, merchants chat, and then you have like the dungeon and raid whatever, and then there's like a little thing that's just like you have to select if you're selling and willing to sell type deal, and then it just filters that in or out. Do you want that or do you not want that?
Yeah,
those are two easy ass solutions.
But it's just requires Blizzard to like openly say that gold boosting is good.
Yeah.
And that's like I feel like that's probably a scary thing for them to admit, because it's like it's like, yes, our game is pay to win. It's like, oh, they don't want to say that, even though everybody knows it's true. We all saw corruption. We saw that shit.
Oh my
Can't trick us. That was the most pay to win thing I've ever seen.
It literally was the first time in the history of the game where you were kind of like enticed, right? First time ever you're enticed to buy using your real money, buy gold so that you can spend it on the auction house to get those rings and shit like that with the corruption on them. That is a little grimy, right? Like that got, like, when you pay $15 a month, that's a little fucking grimy.
For sure. They messed up bad. And I mean, of course, like, it doesn't look like there's stuff like that in Shadowlands.
But it made them
corruption.
Boatloads of money.
Right? Isn't that that's such a weird thing to think
Boatloads of fucking money. And then they come out with their fucking report, their little financial report. Oh, we're doing great. Yeah, I wonder why.
Well, dude, you know what's funny? Talking about corruption and RMT and shit is in similar news to Galluix, fucking Scripe dude admitted that, like, in the world first race for Nyalotha, he like spent real dollars with
thousands,
Galluix, right? Like, he with someone to buy gold because it was cheaper
dollars, than euros.
What? Oh, sure, yeah, okay. Right, true. But he like admitted that, hey, this is how the game was. You can buy them with gold. I could buy like 1 million WoW tokens and do it that way, which Blizzard says is fine for some reason, but the exchange rate for that is bad. So I just did it with somebody else. I just bought gold from somebody else. And the only reason Blizzard cares about that is because they don't get their cut. So, like, hey, if you want to ban me for that, that's fine. But please recognize that, like, it's not that different, you know. Just because I bought it from somebody else and not you, it seems a little bit hypocritical to start banning people when you make a pay-to-win game. You know, it's like you're actually trying to suck money out of us.
They actually made them have to do that, right? Because if, you know, and it's not making them, because you don't have to world first race or mythic raid at all. It's like, I get, but when you have this type of tournament and you give someone, like, think about it in like basketball or football or whatever, if there's like an item that each player can wear, like, they're gonna spend whatever they have to spend that's gonna get them that little boost. And like, when Blizzard is like, well, you know, we got these items on the auction house, you know, they're the best items in the game, so they're a couple 100,000 gold, maybe 1 million gold for like really good ones. And it's like, oh, but you can only get them randomly, and then there's a tiered random, so even if you get the one you want, you got to get a rank of the one you want. What? So
dude,
they made it so, like, the only way to get them is to buy them. That is the dumb.
And like the extent to that it went is just so funny, because like they were looking for like BOEs on other servers. They would buy the BOE and then buy a character transfer, which is, I don't know what, like $15 or whatever it was, to transfer back. So it was like that on top of the price of the BOE. Like, the amount of money they had to spend is just absurd. And like, they, you know, if they did it all in gold, like Limit is saying they did, which, you know, seems like they did, the amount of gold that they burned through is absurd. It's like 250,000 gold,
and then it
like
turns out
in a week
that it's not like you couldn't do that, because they were worth so much damage and healing and tankiness, and they were just worth everything. Like, you literally could not battle in the world first race without the perfect set of these items. So if they didn't do that, then they just lose. They
would instantly lose. So they wouldn't be able to do
So that's such a weird, like, I don't know, man. Hopefully Blizzard, like, realizes that whatever the fuck that was, all they had to do is just don't put corruption on the auction house, period.
Yeah, don't put them on BOEs.
It's ridiculous that, you know, and they know that. They're not fucking, they're geniuses. They care about money. And that leads me to, remember when, you know, this is what I'm talking about, dude. I watched that fucking documentary, the Looking for Group Blizzard documentary. I watched this shit. And like, I'm like, you know, it was a great documentary. I like always seeing like businesses that, like, you know, came from nothing, ones that I support and shit, right? And then end up being fucking massive, right? But I watched it, right? And the way that they talk about the game is like, almost like it's a pair of shoes, right? So it's like they talk about the game as if like, I don't know, it's even worse than that, because one of the quotes that really stuck out is Chris Metzen said, yeah, this game is a bunch of silly stories that people seem to gravitate towards. And it's like, it was so like off-putting the way he said that it was just like a product and nothing else, right? It's not shit that like changes people's lives, shit that people put like all of their time and effort into. And it made me kind of like realize like, shit like that real money fucking transaction from the auction house is kind of just like, well, it's just another product. That's literally all they care about. They don't care. At the end of the day, it's not about, you know, the player's experience and can we, like, is it the integrity of the game? It's, can we get more money or no?
Right. Yeah, it gets a little scary. Like when you think of it from like a shareholder's point of view. They're like, wow, you guys really made a lot of money from this the auction house. What does this mean? Actually, I don't care what it means. Do it again. You know, it's like the repercussions don't matter. It's just like, oh, you made more money. Do it again. You lost a lot of players. Well, did you make more money than you lost? Keep doing it. It's like, God,
yeah,
Jesus.
it's a really fucked up way to treat, or yeah, it's a really fucked up way to treat your customers, people that have supported you with, you know, $15 and $60 every 2 years. I don't know.
For real. So you'd say that Group Finder documentary, that's worth the watch?
Dude, it was awesome. I love Blizzard, right? Like, and I love like them from the beginning. I like seeing startups, dude. They were like in a fucking like a small ass building, like literally they were week by week paycheck, making fucking the most obscure games. Did you know that they made like it's called like Rockstar Race Car or some shit? That's like their first like big game.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I remember. Yeah,
and it's like it's the dumbest game ever. And then they made like a bunch of little 2D platformers and shit like that. And then they made Warcraft or whatever the fuck it was. And that shit is like what actually started getting them whatever. And I also didn't know that it took 8 or 9 years for them to make from StarCraft 1 to StarCraft 2. I didn't know that.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
I didn't know that it was that fucking long. Holy shit.
Huh.
Yep.
That is wild. When's StarCraft 3, dude?
Oh my God.
Never. It's mobile, by the way.
It's mobile, by the way.
StarCraft
you don't
Immortal.
have phones?
Dude, that's like, that goes exactly with what you're just saying about like just being a product, and like doesn't matter that it's a good game and whatever. Just put it on phones. It'll be great in China. But
exactly, yeah.
It's a shit game though. It'll sell. We're doing it.
Yeah, it's fucked up. You know, hopefully we get the opportunity to do the exact same thing. Just kidding. All right. Listen. Let's talk some Shadowlands, dude. The next spec that you're reviewing, what do you think it is? It's not Frost Mage anymore?
It depends. If I can like really wrap my head, I mean, I feel like am already there with Shadow Priest, but if I can really convince myself that like I know what's up with that spec, then that'll be next, especially since it's everybody's curious about it. It's a hot topic right now. It would make sense for me to do that, so I'm gonna give that a shot. If I can't, then I'll do something else like Frost Mage or whatever. But yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully I can get that done pretty soon, over the weekend or whatever.
What classes got the biggest changes from like Shadowlands? You had, so it's basically
Shadow
Priest and Elemental, right? That's it.
No,
that got
not
like
Elemental.
real
Elemental. Nope.
Wait, they got changed though, right?
Barely. It's like a facade.
Oh, okay.
It's like
and then some paladin shit too. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, like for Elemental, I don't know. Basically, what happened with Elemental is so before they had a blue bar, Maelstrom, where you could spend it on Earthshock or Earthquake. So like your resource was the same for single target or AoE. That's fine. But people didn't like that for some reason. So they were like, all right, cool, we'll go back to the Fulmination style of thing, whatever. Like we'll go back to the old style. So basically, now you just have two different blue bars. You have a blue bar for single target and a blue bar for AoE. That's all they did. And like to me, it just made it worse. Oh, sorry. It just made it like strictly worse. Because like it's hard to, like, if you're just hitting one thing and then it's like, ooh, ad spawn, boom. There's no boom. You got to build up your other blue bar to be able to do anything. So it's like, I don't know. I didn't like elemental already, and then they just like they made a big whoopsie on that one.
Yeah, that's fucked.
They got a long way to go.
And you said enhance, the changes to enhance were basically hailstorm and then the maelstrom weapon, right?
Yeah, and enhance is like almost good. You know,
what does that mean? The fact that Wind Fury's raid wide, that's better, right?
Oh
better.
Yeah, we just learned that today. Yeah, it might be a bug, but yeah, we just learned that today. So instead of like, you know, a 0.4% damage increase for the raid, maybe it's like a 0.8. Hey, dude, almost 1%. Woo! Except enhanced shaman will probably be like 5% worse than every other spec, so it's not worth it.
So Wind Fury is actually a negative bringing that. Oh yeah. Fucking A.
Yeah, I want to see him go all out with that shit. Just Wind Fury is a 5% haste buff. Just whatever. It's just a class buff.
I would love that. I would like it to be more of like a cooldown. I don't know. Like, it would be cool if you drop Wind Fury and it's like, you know, at fucking 10, it's like 8%, whatever half of Bloodlust is, 15% or something, where it's like 15% haste for fucking 15 seconds, and it's like a mini lust. That would be so sick.
Interesting. They actually have
whatever.
They actually have a legendary that, it's like it can do it every minute. When you drop Wind Fury Totem, like the chance that your Wind Fury procs is like doubled or some shit like that. So you just like Wind Fury out of stuff for 8 seconds. So they could even do something like that, where like, you know, baseline it's like a 10% auto attack, blah blah blah. But when you first drop it for the next 10 seconds, it's like everybody Wind Furies. You know, they could. They could make it cool, dude.
It would also be cool if Wind Fury wasn't just on like melee attacks. If it was like, kind of like you just got whatever it is that you're casting for like 10 seconds. So like Glacial Spike, you get 2. Like, you know, whatever I'm just saying, like, it would be dope if it just doubled whatever you casted while it's up. Not Wind Fury, I'm saying for like 8 seconds. That would be so sick.
No.
Oh my God.
You're getting crazy.
Listen, I'm talking about fun. That's all I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. But dude, that just reminded me, so this is like kind of a broad topic out of nowhere, but everybody's talking about other MMOs lately, and you know what makes them good, what's new. There's new ones coming out. There's ones on the horizon. Blah blah blah. So one of the things about WoW that went, you know, it was different in Classic, and then over time it has become like it is today in like BFA, where there's the Holy Trinity and there's no in between. Yeah, I mean, other than like Disc, but so like there's no like Bard
even then
class, right? There's no enhancement shaman is not like I enhance my allies, because every spec needs to be able to tank, do their own DPS or heal, and that's it. There's no helping out your allies. And in Legion, I think there was like actually 0 of that, which, you know, I'm a big fan of that. In BFA, they started adding like little smidges of like, ooh, you could like reduce the cooldown of your friend, or you could like
power infusion.
Your trinket gives them haste. But dude, in Shadowlands, they just threw that out the window, dude. Like every spec has like some random thing that increases your party's damage.
Yep.
It's so weird. It's like they just flipped a switch. Either they forgot about it, or they're just like, this is where we want to go with it. But there's actually a lot of that stuff, and people are calling it there's a lot of simp shit in Shadowlands where
you
can just like stack a group. You know, it's like the power infusion thing, right? Like where you can just keep somebody power. If you have enough priests, you could just power infusion one guy for the entire fight or shit like that, or just power fusion my combustion every time I press it, because they're both on the same cooldown. There's like shit like that where it's like, whoa, there's actually like some Bard stuff going on in Shadowlands, and like I don't like that, but like, dude, that might change the game.
Listen,
it's like
fill the raid
considerations
with 1 rep paladin, half disc priest, half resto shaman, and you just keep having the shamans die, giving them wings, Ret Paladin wings, and then you'd give them power infusion at the same time.
Oh my god.
There we go.
You've done it.
There we go.
Uh-oh. Yeah, because like that's, I mean, I guess it's kind of, they've kind of already had that, but now it's just like on steroids where if you have retribution.
Speaking of priest, dude,
paladin, you get wings when somebody dies. It's crazy.
Speaking of priest, dude, how do you feel about me thinking that I might main a priest in Shadowlands? What do you think about that?
I think you're gonna be healing.
Well, I mean, that's what I like doing, bro. I like disc. What are you talking about?
There you go.
Disc is the shit, bro.
Good luck raid leading like that.
Listen, all I gotta do is send them to ready check pull, and then they're gonna know everything they need to know before we even pull a boss. Because everyone does their research, right?
Yeah, gotta make them take the test, dude.
Oh my god, the stinky test.
Yep, the old DJ stinky test.
But no, really, like
boss.
I'm thinking that fucking holy dude. They put these Shadow Priest changes in. They did a few a few little minor like little bug fixes and shit for disc, and now that leads me to believe that like they're just leaving holy like this. Bro, if they leave holy like this,
they better not.
It is going to do so much damage that it is fucking absolutely absurd, and you're gonna need to be to bring those unless you need a damage reduction. But it's fucking crazy, dude. They do an insane amount of damage, and it's fun. Weird. Holy is fun now because they have a heal for everything, literally any situation they got a heal for, and then disc is always fucking awesome. Just it's like my favorite spec in the game, obviously. And Shadow just got a whole revamp, dude. Like this is why they call it Shadowlands.
Okay.
Ha, got him. But yeah, I actually might main the priest. I'm not lying.
Hey, I mean you can't tank, but that's a good choice.
Either that or Demon Hunter. Wait, that's two opposite. Two fucking opposite.
What the?
Either a priest or a demon hunter. What do you think about let's talk about Havoc. What do you think about Havoc?
Dude, people are losing their minds about Havoc.
They lost 5% of their damage reduction.
Well, dude, like they're getting it's the same shit that's happening to everyone, where like you have a bunch of, like in BFA you have a bunch of borrowed power, you have a bunch of corruption, and you have essences that do stuff, you have a bunch of Azerite traits, you have triple stack of haste things, and you have a bunch of shit that's going on with that, and you're obviously you're losing that, you know, going into chat, you're losing Azerite traits, duh.
Yeah.
And like it's happening to everyone, but for some reason the like Havoc Demon Hunters feel like they've lost more than everyone else, and I don't get it. They're like, oh, Spec's dead. Like, what? Like, it happened to everyone.
The fucking class being so fucking easy that it's like 3 buttons, and then it's their gear that makes them really good, right? So, like, now if you take their gear away, then you're taking their power away. And now they're just what everyone knows they are, fucking Havoc Demon Hunters.
Yeah. And
easiest spec in the game.
It's straight up, it's the easiest spec in the game. It's usually one of the most busted specs in the game.
And like, most fun, probably, at the start.
Yeah. It's awesome, but I think people are overreacting with how much they've lost, because it's like they still need. I still feel like Havoc needs some like little changes. Like that spec can be improved, just like with Vengeance. It's like it works, but like you can improve it so easily that it's like, man, just come on, just fix it. You know, you know what to do, just do it. And the fact that they're not doing it and they're losing all their borrowed power, and like it's just like I mean, I get it, but I think people are overreacting. Like Demon Hunter's still going to be busted. I don't think, of course it is. Look at it, man. Look at what it has still.
Yeah, so I think that the only way you can improve on Demon Hunter is if you make the most common talent, common talent builds. If you make those baseline and then add like extra shit on top of that, like some of the whatevers. But I don't think they need that for Shadowlands, because they have 2 decent builds. And then both of those builds have different legendary interactions that are going to be pretty fucking solid. Bro, did they bring back? I didn't even check. Did they bring back the infinite I-beam?
No. I mean, I don't know. I don't think so, but I doubt it.
Where like you pick up the souls and you get your reduction on your I-beam time?
I don't know. I doubt it.
Oh my god, dude. If that's the case, 100% I'm Havoc. 100%. Not even close. That's like the most fun. All right, what other classes we can talk about before we switch out? The fact that I tried Guardian Druid for the first time, and I thought that was fucking sweet.
Yeah, you're off, dude. You're off with that.
I know, man. Like, dude, I've been testing out all the tanks pretty hardcore. You tested quite a few of them at the start of the expansion. And when you're going through like baby dungeons, like Guardian feels real stupid. But for some reason, when you're getting smacked by a boss and then you're getting like all this rage from ads, and then, you know, fucking from the Thrash little talent thing, and dude, I feel like I have cooldowns for everything. I feel like the damage is simple enough to like understand. Threat is easy enough to get. Now they have the berserk fucking talent. Like, I'm telling you right now, I'm thinking Vengeance, Druid, best tanks right now.
Stop.
That's what I'm saying. I haven't played a lot of Blood, but that's what I'm saying.
That is
Watch, you'll see.
You'll controversial. You just said something controversial.
Yeah, that's my opinion. It's not really controversial. It's just like how I feel about the specs.
And
I also like Warrior a lot too. Good. Isn't that weird?
Whoa, I'm leaving.
I know.
Yeah,
everyone just leaves the stream. This guy likes
he
Warrior Prot.
I'm leaving.
Fucking idiot, you accuser.
Anything else this guy says. Yeah, I mean, it's.
When's the last time you tried Guardian?
I don't know.
I'm saying,
been a few weeks.
I
get what you
Wake
mean.
Up,
like,
give it a whirl, get your legendaries, and you'll be good.
You didn't even have legendaries in there, dude.
You didn't.
But I get what you're saying about like it. Like with the boss that you're doing, or the bosses that we were doing. It's very basic tank. So it's like, obviously you have the things that tanks do, but you felt like you were saying, when there was a big mechanic that was like, oh shit, I need to do something about this, you always had a button.
Yes.
And I think that makes sense. That's like a big problem with Demon Hunter. It's like, sometimes you don't have a button, man. There's nothing. You just tank it and cross your fingers. But with Druid, it's like, hey, I'm pressing a button, dude. It's not my fault. Like, it's not my fault if I fucking die. I pressed the button.
Yeah, so check it. Well, it means it is your fault. Anyways, so
Wait.
Yeah, so what I like about it is they have their main aggro. The main way of getting aggro isn't Devastator, like their main auto attack. It's Swipe, which just gets aggro on everything, right? It's like awesome. And then you have Thrash, which is an AoE dot. So even when you can't hit something, you're still hitting them. And then there's Mangle, which is big single target threat and damage. And then you have your long range dot, which is Moonfire. It's fucking sick, dude. Like, I feel like it just has. All right, so now what I'm not saying that it's the most fun. I'm saying that it seemed to be the one with the most tools when I needed them at the time that I needed them. And I felt the same way with Vengeance as well. I just felt like I wasn't dying, and if like something happened, I had a tool for it. Where like Warrior, it's like I would press my tools and I would still die.
Yeah, and like the issue is like most opinions you probably hear, I would imagine, is about Guardian Druid from other streamers or players or whatever, top end players or whoever you hear from. It's probably like it's boring or it's weak, like it just dies or something like that.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, well, boring is subjective. Like maybe that's okay, and they can fix that. And like weak is just tuning. You know?
Yeah.
Like, the fact that you feel like you have a button for every situation. Maybe you press the button and you die because tuning is bad. It's like they can fix that. Maybe they won't, I guess, but you know, like people see like the instant, like right now they see how things are right now. Blood Decay's busted. It'll be busted forever. It's like
ever.
It's early beta, man. Like hold on. Let's look at what's really going on here. I don't like Guardian Druid. I'm not a fan. I think it's
because it's slow.
Super
it's like
duper boring.
Really, it's really slow.
And like I don't even care if it's strong because I'm just like falling asleep. But that's just me. That's why I like Prop Paladin, dude. You're blasting. You know,
yeah.
I don't like pressing active mitigation.
And that Prop Paladin today was struggling.
He's super dying. Yeah, which is like, hey, that's the other end of the spectrum where like prop paladin's really fun, but you die. So what are you going to say? Prop paladin's awesome, even though you die? Like you can't say it's awesome.
Yeah,
So
it's
like,
not fun.
man. It's hard to really know what's going on. That's why people just
I like reactive
ones.
shit. I feel like that's why, you know, I don't know. It's just when something happens, it's why I like Brewmaster. I got a big hit, and it's nicer for me to know like I can do something about it afterwards rather than beforehand. So like if you talk about warrior or paladin, it's like if you don't use your mitigation beforehand, you're dead. And then it's like now you're just fucking always watching the abilities and the timers and it's I don't know. I like the other style. Guardian Druid is like you know, you fucking have all this rage and it's like, all right, I'm about to take a bunch of big hits, and you just Iron Fern, you set and forget it, dude. You know, and then if something bad happens, you just survival instincts at 10% HP, and you can't die, so you're gonna get healed. That's what I like.
You might die.
Yeah. Stefan says, yeah, Guardian Druid. He did Guardian Druid for years. Strong but boring as fuck. So he agrees with you completely, dude.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I think a lot of what's going on is, you know, like being what's the phrase, like captives of the moment or something like that, where it's like at this very instant. I mean, I already said it. Like at this very instant, Bear is like really boring and really weak. But if it was like super duper strong right now, you wouldn't hear people complaining about it.
Correct.
Like there's this ultra negative, and that's just tuning. That's just literally just numbers. So it's like, okay, try to dig a little deeper into this and see like what you actually don't like about it. And it just ends up being like kind of a subjective thing after all the numbers tuning. So I don't know. It can be improved, but we'll see how it goes. That's another video I think a lot of people want right now.
Last thing I wanted to talk about with tanks is what are your thoughts on enhanced shaman being tanks again?
Come on, bro.
All right, moving on, dude.
That's a big no for me. I don't think they'll. I don't know. I think Blizzard's done making new classes, dude. I think they're done. They're too difficult. There's too many. Every time we put a new one out,
you don't think they're gonna make Tinkers?
No, dude. Remember how convinced we were?
What?
Remember how convinced we were, bro?
Yeah, bro. I don't know if we were convinced. I was really just fucking hoping. I was hoping.
It's like Mechagon came out, and I was like, what? This place doesn't even make sense with the lore. Where did this come from? They're definitely gonna make Tinkers next expansion. And then you got Mechanomes. And that was it. It's like, oh. All right, no Tinkers. Okay. And meanwhile, we're stuck with specs that don't work and dead talents. Okay. Well.
Yeah. Have you question? Have you made a demon hunter lately?
No.
Did you see their new face skin?
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
So what do you think about it?
They said it's a bug with the tattoos somehow.
That's the weirdest fucking bug ever, bro. What the fuck is going on? Holy shit. If anyone doesn't know, it's basically a big old white face with a bandana over its eyes, you know, a blindfold, I think. Yeah, it's really fucking weird. It's like a bright white solid.
How does that even happen?
Yeah, bye. Yeah, man. What other news is there? This, you know, they added the rogue trainer for Wreckful, which is pretty sweet. You know, a lot of people are gonna appreciate that.
Yeah, that was one of those things that like Blizzard didn't have to do that. You know, like they didn't have to do that at all. And somebody like that's one of those things that I don't think somebody just snuck that in. You know, I think that was like a conscious decision by Blizzard, the big boys, you know. And they're like, hey, we're gonna do this because it's the right thing to do. Maybe they're doing it for publicity or some shit, I don't know, but like it's a very small thing. It's just like, that's cool. I like that. They didn't have to do it, and they did, and that's cool. I mean, that gives me like a little warm fuzzy feeling about, oh, Blizzard's not totally dead inside.
Yeah, on one hand, they crushed Galliwix's soul. They destroy Scripe's dreams of remaking Method into Echo or whatever. But then, they add the Wreckful Rogue Trainer. So it's like, okay. They don't hate the community.
Yeah, we can only hope, dude. But yeah, so now in beta's gonna look a little different now, starting this week, because they deleted all of our characters, all of our they deleted all of our level 60 template characters where we got to test legendaries and conduits and everything. We got to test everything, and it was great. Everything was great, and now they took it away. Now we got level 50. Anything you got to level to level 60 to do anything. Dude, that's like a big fat bummer in my book, but
yeah,
they have to do it. They literally, maybe this is bad timing, I don't know, but they have to test the leveling. If you have an option to not level, nobody's gonna level. So they had to just be like, hey, look, we're doing it. You gotta level. Just do it and whatever. It's just, man, like, I want to test. It's like, that just reminded me. We had like people asking like, hey, would you? Why don't you do like a conduit legendary blah 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 comparison for the specs? And I was like, well, I would, but it's really complicated. Now I can't. Sorry.
Yeah. I
can't.
It's not possible.
Not possible. I'm not leveling all 12 things because they'll probably just randomly delete them all. I'm not leveling that many times. So we're going to be level 50 testing from here on out, which is very, very unfortunate.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're doing there, but hey, they gotta do what they gotta do.
Whatever. I think the new weekly vault changes are pretty dope too. I'm stealing all your thunder from your document.
No, you're good, dude. That's like, we got more details about how that works, which is like kind of confusing. I think we talked a little bit about it last time.
Weekly chest.
Yeah. We explained it a little bit last podcast.
Yeah.
But you get a lot more options in your weekly chest because it's a weekly vault. You get a lot more options. You pick one thing out of 9, maximum 9 choices, which is cool. You get a lot more options. And we learned for like mythic dungeons, it was like to unlock the 3 options, you had to do 15 mythic plus in a week, and we were like, Jesus, like what? That's
some
kind
people
of a lot.
will do that, but
yeah.
Damn.
But now that was like the maximum option. Now it's you unlock an option at 1, you unlock an option at 4 done for the week, and you unlock an option at 10, which is like 10 is still kind of a crazy number, but 4 is like, that's attainable. That's like, the emissary basically, or whatever that quest is called. So like you can do 4 and get a second option. 10 is for like the people who live in Mythic Plus.
Yeah.
Like you're not getting that on like multiple characters probably. Maybe you do 4 on a couple characters, but you're not doing 10. You got to be real serious. So that's kind of cool. And the way they explained, like there is zero oh my god, there's 0 item level cheesing. You can't like do a plus 15 and then do a bunch of mythic zeros and like cheese it.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
like,
still not
no.
100% on how that works. I watched a few YouTube videos on them explaining it, but it doesn't make sense, and it ultimately seems like it's gonna deter people from helping anyone out with lower keys, things like that.
It's not.
It's like, give me the tilde.
So let's say, I mean, that I don't want to get too deep into it because it's hard to do without like a graphic, pretty much. But like the 4 option, you got to do 4 mythic plus. If you do a 15, it's like boom. That first option is guaranteed to be.
Yeah, makes sense. I get it.
So you're done with that one. No, it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter. You can go higher or lower. 15 is the max. You got it. Number 1 is going to be a 15. If you do 4 15s, the second option is guaranteed to be a 15. It's like, okay, that makes sense. I did 4 15s. I should get 15s. If you do 4 15s and then a bunch of 2s, it's the second option is still going to be a plus 15. You know, that's not going to change. Once you got 4 plus 15s, that option is locked in. But if you do let's say you do 9 plus 15s, you haven't quite unlocked that last one, and then you end up you run out of time. You end up doing a plus 2. Just try to do a plus 2 right at the end of the week, just to unlock that last one. It's gonna be a plus 2, reward, because it's the 10th highest dungeon that you did was a plus 2. It's all about your 4th highest and your 10th highest. Yeah.
Okay.
And they don't care what order you did them in or whatever. So there's no cheesing.
Yeah, shout out to So Breezy. He has a good explanation on this as well. So if you guys want to watch that, there's that.
Yeah. So it's cool. I like this weekly vault thing. So I'm
dude, I love the fact that they're giving you gear love from raiding, PvP, and that all in a single option. I think that's so smart.
Yeah. I know some people don't like that they liked having the being able to get a PvE piece and a PvP piece every week, being able to double up. Some people are kind of salty about having to choose between them, but I hate PvP, so I don't know how that relates,
ultimately less gear, but it's probably more upgrades, so ultimately
it's
more
a
gear.
lot more, right? Exactly. A lot more customization. You can get what you want. If you don't want anything, you can get a currency towards something. So it's all good all around, baby. Me like you a lot.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I'm so excited for Shadowlands, man. I hope we get to test I hope we get to do max level template characters again.
Yeah, it just makes content creation way easier. It's really difficult to try and test things out and get a real good view of everything if you have to level from fucking 50. That's difficult.
Yeah, it's bad.
Sloot is on the leveling train right now, dude. Have you been watching?
I actually just watched him a little bit ago, where he's like, all right, gotta level all 6 tanks.
Yeah, next.
He's just resigned to it. Yeah, oh, here we go. I have to do this now.
Yeah,
to continue my content. So I don't know. It is what it is. Hopefully they bring them back at some point once they knock the dust off of the leveling experience.
Yeah.
But I almost feel like it's a little bit they were like, oh, you guys don't like how the covenants and soulbinds work. All right, you don't get them.
Yeah, you don't get to see how the covenants and soulbinds work.
Yeah, we told you not to complain about them too much, and I guess we have to take them
that
away.
Was the ripcord we were talking about.
Yeah, dude, they put us in timeout, bro. We don't get to enjoy them anymore because we complained about them too much. We took them for granted.
Yeah, what about that bug you had where you had multiple covenant abilities?
Dude, that was pretty weird. Trippy. Yeah. I kind of liked it.
Fix that though. Yeah, I bet.
Yeah,
I fucking bet.
Yeah, I kind of liked being able to switch between which covenant ability I wanted, given the situation. So I know it's a weird concept, but it was nice.
Hell yeah, dude. Fucking it's cool to have multiple abilities that you don't have. I agree. All right, last piece of news. Last piece of news is that the heirlooms were overhauled, and it's no longer, since the leveling is so quick, you're no longer gonna need the experience boost that they give, because that would just make the leveling way too fast. So they took that out, and they're making set bonuses, things like rested experience gets consumed at a slower rate, which is fucking awesome. And then out of combat regeneration is increased, and shit like that.
Yeah, so they're trying to make heirlooms still worth getting if you're leveling, but not cut your leveling time in half.
Well, I think alone for it's 30% at 2 set and another 30% at 6 at a 6-piece set. And so 60%, 60% increased rested that's fucking no joke, dude. That's really good.
But it's still when you were when you had heirlooms, you had rested plus heirlooms. So I was like,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, you also had the level 3 times longer.
Yep. So yeah, I think that's probably a positive thing overall. It's like you still want the heirlooms, so
yeah, they said the leveling time from 0 to max level is like more than 2 times faster than you were with heirlooms. So if you added heirlooms, it would be way too fast.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because people were trying to like speed run that shit, right? And they were like getting like ridiculous times because they had heirlooms. Yeah, because they had heirlooms and the level squish. So now it's like they're like, hey, it's gonna be fast, but we don't want to be that fast. Jesus.
Yeah, it's so I'm actually excited for this like idea, because if it was too fast, then you couldn't even, you know, one of the best features of Shadowlands is that you can, you know, do the whole homie chromie thing and go back in time, go, you know, level through Wrath, level through BC, Mist, whatever. And this would have, you know, you wouldn't even been able to finish an expansion before you got out of it if you had the fucking heirlooms as well. So I'm cool with it. I think it's gonna be nice to be able to level in 12 hours from 0 rather than 30 something hours.
Right. Yep, that'll be nice. Although I'm never gonna do it again, but spiritually, I agree.
Because you have all the classes, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Speaking of Dr. Disrespect is back, dude.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, he did a little teaser stream today.
Yeah,
like a bajillion viewers, and now tomorrow he did the Fortnite marketing strategy. You know, he did the black hole today, and tomorrow is going to be the real deal on YouTube. Dude, check out the Doc's comeback if you care about that dude, or maybe you hate him because, you know, I could kind of understand hating him, but you know, that's going to be that's going to be, if you're on the internet, dude, you might as well watch it.
I want to see how many people are watching right now.
All right, so it's leave it up.
Yeah, it's Dr. Disrespect, the 2-time champion. That's his YouTube channel. And then it's so great. And then right now he has almost 12,000 people watching, and he has been streaming for 7 hours with nothing but a song.
A blank screen.
Yeah. God, and he was at like 500,000, dude. More YouTube streams than ever in the fucking history of YouTube, probably. And he's not even on the goddamn. God, he's amazing. This guy is like, I hope he's not a pedophile.
Yeah, that'd be unfortunate.
Because I really like him, and I don't want him to go down the same road as, you know, some other priest. Yeah, I like the Doc.
One of a kind. Love him or hate him.
It's great. Wade thinks he's an asshole. What? Man, hey, I guess we agree to disagree that you're wrong.
And him being an asshole is kind of part of his character, so it's like, is it really him or is it just a character? And blah blah blah. He also did some shady shit, so it's like maybe it's actually just him. So I don't know. No. Controversial dude, but that's kind of the point. So it works.
Yo, don't talk about the 2-time.
No, the 2-timing he did.
Well, fucked up, dude. If I could leave Discord right now, I would. I would fucking leave. All right. Anyways, I'm Jim Fro. That's Zach Zachy. We do this every Friday. We upload it every Saturday. We also are streaming all the raid testing. Zach's going to be doing the raid testing tomorrow by him's lonesome with all of you lovely people that welcome to join. Yeah, that's it. I'm not going to be back till Monday, man.
Oh boy. Yeah, Mythic is on Friday. If you're not seeing this today, that'll be yesterday. Whatever. Anyway, but yeah, we're testing Mythic. It's going to be lit. First Mythic fights. Let's get it.
All right, bye everyone.
Bye-bye.